our top. Okie dokie, welcome back, welcome back. Look, I'm not even depressed about being home. Okay, let's start. Yeah, let's start with our feet in parallel, a little bit wider than hip distance, and we'll just do some little. So obviously, if you need to avoid, too much flexion or too much extension, you might just want to do a little tiny circle, or as big as you can. So 4. Brought the sun home with me. Yeah. 3. Gosh, got off the train from Manchester yesterday. We got the train from Manchester to Leeds. It's a bit of a shock to the system. 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll just come into parallel, and we're just going to really kind of try and feel our feet. So really push your big toe, the little toe, the midfoot, and the heel into the mat. And then just have a little rock forwards, and then a little rock back. Keep the feet firmly on the mat, and then close your eyes. And every time you feel like you're just maybe losing a little bit of balance, just gently connect to core. And then let's think about our breath. So inhaling through the nose, either out through the nose or out through the mouth. And then just take the weight to the right and then to the left. So just swaying side to side. Again, thinking of breath. And then some little circles on the spot. Little circles on the spot. Nice little bit of softness in the knee, but relatively straight. And then circle back. And then find that position where you feel very centered, so the weight is evenly distributed over the toes. And then gently open your eyes. And we'll start with some shoulder mobility work. So take it into our Mockman Wise, and then lift, and 2. And then if you want to bring your calf raise into it, guys, just come up. Try and hold. I've missed you clicking of your ankles, Paul. Keep the core engaged. You can tell you I've been for a few weeks. And for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then circle 4. 4, get rid of those clicks and cricks. 3, 2, 1, and then for the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we'll do a roll down. So Paul, if you want to take one foot back and just stretch that calf out on, while I just roll down with everyone else, chin to chest, and just gently down, taking the weight. So shift your weight forwards into the front of the foot, and just hang your arms if you can't reach the hands to the floor. Just take a lovely in-breath at the bottom, and out. In and out. Last one, breath in, and gently restack back up. Did you do both legs, Paul? Mm-hmm. Yeah, brilliant. And then back to centre. Well done. Let's just go a little bit more through the shoulders. So try and close your eyes while you do your movement. So we're going to take our arms out to abduction. Turn our palms up and then up. And then just repeat that with your eyes closed if you can. So. Two more. Last one. And then take your arms out into a front raise and then just retract. So really pull your shoulder blades together and then back out. 7 more. 2, 1. And then back into this one. So shoulder blades kind of really together, really opening up the chest and then into a chest press and then open. In, open. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And then just take one foot in front. Yeah, just take your chin to chest and just push your hips that far. We're going to come down. Lay the head, just hang, take a beautiful breath. And out. In. And out as we roll back up. Switch feet. So again, if you've just got to avoid flexion, just take the hips back, just reach forward. Otherwise, just gently, gently down. And gently up. And beautiful. So let's just see what our balance is doing, guys. If you feel like you need to grab hold of something, then be near a wall or a chair. I was like, oh gosh, I ain't tried to balance for 2.5 weeks, but I was alright in the class, so we'll see. Okay, so just take it into your tree pose. So again, we're going to just really, yeah. Sometimes if you're unbalanced, it can feel okay, but other times it's not. So make sure you're pushing your big toe into the mat. Draw the belly in so you've got that nice core. And then just hold and just take a fixation. So make sure that you're not kind of moving your eyes around. Just hold. Take a lovely deep inhale. And out. In. And out. Last one, take an inhale as you take your hands up towards the ceiling. In breath. Last one. Very good. And then again, the leg you were stood on. Just take it, push that heel down. Oh, my knee. Well, you know, I told you I'd hurt my knee before I went away. It's still not great, but it's better than it was.
Yeah.
But my ankle and like knee on this side after flying, like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wore tights on the, you know, the compression tights I was advised to wear on the way out, but I couldn't bear them if you wore them. Bloody. They're so uncomfortable.
Your toes going up.
Oh, you just, yeah. Thigh ones as well, right up to my thigh, very sexy. There were quite a lot of the German people, because we flew from Cape Town to Frankfurt last night. There were loads of the German guys with like little shorts on and these knee-high socks. It was a strange look. Yeah. And it is in. Well done, and then come on to that other side. See if this one performs as well. So I've just got a little bit weird in this leg, that's all, guys. So if my knee looks a bit forward, I'm going to take it to there actually. So again, spread the toes, draw the navel in, and this time we're just going to take our arms up. Try and take your eyes up if you can, but if it feels too much, that just keep them forward, and then out breath as we come down. And again. And just hold. Again, drawing the tummy in, really push the palms together and then take them up towards the ceiling. One more. Beautiful. And then again, just press that heel into the ground, stretching that calf out. Two more. Last one. Beautiful, well done. And then let's just do 20 closed position squats. So quite a narrow position. Shoulders down, and then just down, and then back to centre. Push back. It's alright. Yeah, just go to where maybe when my knee were bothering me, I just did like a little one paw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a bum to wall as opposed to a. So if you come too low, that's when you're kind of pushing out a little bit too much on the discs.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just back into standing, and then take that leg up. Again, spread the toes of the supporting foot. Take it out, really stretch the knee out, so really kind of flex the foot. So you're engaging those quadricep and thigh muscles. And 4 more. 4 again, if you need to hold on to something, just hold on. 3, 2, and then hold it out, hold, and then lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, well done, and then just bring it back. This is the move that I'm still just struggling a bit with. Good, well done. Let's come to that other side. So again, spread the toes and just engage and then extend for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, and then pull it back. Well done, good. So even though we haven't done any weights, we'll still do, if you're a bit tight, we'll just, so again, I'm just crossing this front. You don't add anything to the stretch, guys, it just reminds me which I'm doing. And we're just going to take it out into a deltoid stretch. So it shouldn't feel as tight as normal. Well, we normally do this after weights, but you still might feel a stretch through that kind of big delt muscle. Take a lovely in-breath. Last one. And then the hand that's on top, guys, take it up towards the ceiling, into that tricep stretch, and push down. And then take the hand off the elbow onto the top of the head, the one that's between the shoulder blades. Bring it behind your back and then just gently bring that elbow down as you take that ear to shoulder, stretching out through this big muscle. And then the hand that's kind of round here, try and take it up into your shoulder blade. Yeah, just hold, just so you're getting that little bit more internal rotation, and pull back and just hold. And let's switch to the other side. So again, just notice if there is a difference. We tend to be tighter usually on our stronger side. But let's see, let's take an inhale. Lovely, and the hand that's at the top, take it up high into that tricep, push down. And then the hand that's on the elbow, take it onto the top of the head, bring this one behind the back and then down. I went for 2 massages while I was away because they're really good value in South Africa. I think I paid 20 quid at one place for an hour. Wow. And at the other one, at this most incredible, the Safari Reserve, like 5-star, you know, like if you imagine a 5-star in Europe, you'd be paying like 120 quid, wouldn't you, in a hotel? So expensive. I think that one was 30. Overlooking the African plains, and both of them went, oh, you have not lots of knots in your shoulders. I'm like, yes, I know. And then just again, so for me, you'll see, guys, how this side is much worse than this one. And again, that's quite, so a good one to kind of check always is that move. So you'll notice, like on my left side, that internal rotation is very good. On this one, not so good. So it's always just worth trying to keep doing that exercise, because the more you stop, that's why this is quite nice when we're doing Morecambe and Wise, but maybe try and take it up a bit more, because that's yeah, it's really kind of a position. Less important for men, I would say, in some respects, but for women, you can imagine, for us, like if you lose this ability, that's when you have to swivel your brow around to the front. Alright guys, let's come to the edge of the mat and let's just keep a bit of softness in the knee. You can straighten if that feels okay. And then we're just going to do a chin chest. So Paul, we're going to obviously, might be best just you getting down, hon, and taking it into a downward dog from that. Yeah? So obviously if your flexion's okay, guys, you can come down like this, walk into that downward dog position. So in your downward dog, really try and push, take the heels up super, super high, yeah, and then just bend the knees a little, well, quite a bit actually, and then straighten them back up. So bend and straighten. So this just will provide that really nice kind of space in the spine, in the disc area, yeah, and then again for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then take the right heel towards the ground and just soften the left knee. So you should be feeling the deep stretch in that right. Generally it's more through the calf, for some people it's hamstring. And again, don't worry if you can't get the heel down, go as far as you can, and then switch sides, and again notice if there's a difference. And then walk it into your plank position. So push the mat away, really lift the breastbone, draw the tummy in. I know if it's kind of being a wild eyes, you might need to take the knees down and just draw the navel away from the t-shirt. but try if you can just to hold, and then take it back into the downward dog, heels towards the ground, and have that little rocking motion for 4 more. Come back into plank, push the mat away, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into hips high, heels down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back again into plank, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips high, heels down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips high, heels down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the knees down onto the ground, flatten the feet, bring your elbows back, and then chin and chest to ground, reach up into your upward dog position. Let's take a beautiful in-breath. And out. In. And out. So if you like this kind of cobra extension position, do that again. So just down. And yeah, or if you want to come into a child's pose, you can sit your bum onto your heels and just take some lovely deep in-out breaths. Four more breaths. Last one. And beautiful. Well done. Let's come straight onto our backs. So, because you just want to open up your chest area, Ruth, and so, do you know, I met a lovely lady on safari, called Ruth, who just reminded me of you. She was a right sweetheart. Okay, so obviously with bridge, normally we would lay the hands down like this and just really feel this length through the collarbones, but actually it's quite nice to take your, if you can, take your kind of forearms and palms up to ceiling, and that again just provides that opening of the chest. And then we're just going to take a lovely in-breath through the nose. And then just do that little pelvic imprint. We bring your pubic bone towards you and the lower back onto the mat. And then just peel your spine away. Be careful of the knees, guys. So really push your big toe into the mat. Try and keep the knees level. And as you come up, sending the hips high, the knees and the shins forward. Just onto kind of the shoulder blade, not the neck. Take a lovely in-breath at the top. And slowly down. Close your eyes. Really visualise that spine. Imagine you're making an imprint in the sand as you come down. Beautiful. Let's do 3 more. Let's gently come back, sending that lower back into the mat. And pushing the feet firmly into the mat, particularly the middle of the foot will activate the pelvic floor. Take a beautiful in-breath. Slowly down. Do 2 more. How's bridge feel, Paul? Back.
Feels okay.
Good. I'm a bit of a believer in if something doesn't feel good, then it's not. Don't do it. If it feels good, then I just generally like it. And then the last one. And then just hold it. Hold. Tuck the tailbone a little bit so you're really lengthening through the hip flexors. Take your arms down by your side. Yeah, just hold to get that real strength. Two more big breaths. last one. Slowly, slowly lower. Beautiful. If you feel like you want a hook of knees into chest, then please do. Otherwise, just bring the feet together so that they are touching. The inner thighs are touching. Take your arms out to capital T. So you're in nice neutral spine. Pubic bone, belly button, hips are nice and level. And we're going to take our knees to the right and our head to the left. Let's just hang here for a little bit. Inhale as you let the belly rise. Out breath, release. 2 more. Last one. Back to centre the other way. Inhale, let the belly rise. Out breath, release. 2 more. The last one. Beautiful. Well done. Let's come over onto our side. So we'll do our strength work first, and then we'll do some really nice stretches with the legs and the glutes. So try, if you're really bony, like you've got a big kind of bone, a greater trochanter, so sometimes it can feel a bit uncomfortable at this position. So you can always like a towel or something underneath the hip, but try and lift both legs. Just see if it feels too much pull on your back, just take it down. Yeah, my physio, when I saw the physio about my knee, she's like, your core's really strong, there's no reason your lower leg needs to be on the floor. I was like, all right, I know this is the original position, but you try doing 15 classes a week. And then draw the tummy in. And then we're just going to keep that that bottom leg lifted if we can. Like I say, if you feel rocky, just take it down onto the ground. You need to have a strong core to keep the bottom leg lifted. And then drop and lift. So we're going to lift that leg and take it back down. Lift and down. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you can take the bottom leg down if you want, or keep it lifted if you can to circle for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. The other way. 6. Is this weather going to be like this all weekend? Sorry, Jen, but you know me have better weather than us, so I'm not feeling too sorry for you. No, I am. I know. Simon hates the rain. 2, 1, and then soften the bottom knee. Just bring that top heel into the butt. Yeah, just be careful, and we'll do a little bit more glute work. I think it's going to be quite nice in Nepal this weekend. I came home to the house yesterday. Oh my God. I'd even got a cleaner in 2 days before. There were clothes and washing everywhere. Oh, I love my boys, but God.
But not the next.
Yeah, Jude's alright, but the other two are horrible. Okay, let's take the heels in line with the bum. And again, we're just going to take that leg out and, rotate it. And then we're going to really lengthen, yeah, and then back in. And then close. So try and keep the hip level, but really straighten the leg. And back in. So by this, obviously you're working the glutes, but straightening is just going to strengthen that knee, or the quads around the knee. Good. Let's do 8 more for 8. Well, then something's clicking on me. I think it's me, promise it's you. 6. I think it's both of us. 5, 4. I managed to sleep about 5.5 hours on this play.
Nice.
Do you know, it was lovely. We got on at 6:30 and I knew they were going to feed us about 8:30. So I watched a movie, then they fed us, and then I just 10:15 went to sleep, woke up and it was 20 to 4. 2 and 1. Well done, beautiful. Okay, let's come onto our back. Just place that foot on the knee. If you want to lift up that underneath leg, you can, and just gently push that knee away. Remember, stretches, they're not supposed to feel painful. So as long as you can feel a little gentle stretch. And then straighten the underneath leg, that definitely will my knee. And then the opposite hand comes to the outside of that thigh, and we just gently just rock it, nice and gentle. And over. And then back to centre, and then grab your band, guys, and your ball if you have got a ball.
Okay.
Yeah, just be careful, yeah. So if you want to put the ball underneath your head, just give that neck a little bit of support. That can feel really nice. It's nice to just have a couple of little side turns as well. It just gives you a bit of an indication how tight the neck muscles can get. And then just bend the bottom knee. So bend the knee of the foot that's on the ground, just to bring that foot closer towards you, and then take that leg up and then straighten the underneath leg. So you've got this really nice straight flexed foot, really straight leg. So you're stretching out the back of the leg. Really keep the toes in towards you. Yeah. And then just take the toes in towards the feet and then away. I've got to stop saying that, it's awful. In like South Africa, everyone goes yeah. And I keep saying to Matt, he keeps asking me, and yeah. Like, we've got a friend coming over for dinner next week who's from South Africa, who lives over the road. And Martin, she'll think you're taking the mick out of her. And 2 and 1. And then in and out. In and out. In. I'll have to show you a video on my phone, Paul. You'll love it because of your a lion eating a warthog.
Oh wow. Wow. It's intense.
Yeah, very intense.
Yeah.
Circle of life, I guess, isn't it?
Well, it is.
Still, it's hard watch. And then just take the band in the opposite hand, and then again just in and out. In and out. Have you ever done safari?
No.
Oh, Paul, honestly, it's emotional.
Yeah.
I was crying, Martin was crying.
That's
I bet they
fine.
thought, who are these widows?
Yeah.
And then bring it over, turn the head the other way. And the game drivers are so, oh my God, their driving skills are incredible. And how they just can look. We got really good at spotting elephant and rhino poo.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get your eye in, don't you?
The rhinos are that's fresh. Dumb or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then gently back to centre. And then take the band in the same hand, and then just let that leg come out into that inner thigh stretch. Take a beautiful in breath. And out. In just take it, and then just nice and slowly, guys, just come over onto the side to bring yourself up, to bring it to the other side. Okay, so again, we want that. If you can, just position your, like I say, you might want a towel underneath the top of the thigh, but if it feels okay, lift the leg, the bottom leg as well. If it feels too much, take that bottom leg down, and then we're just going to lift and lower. Lift. It's a little bit harder to find that gap underneath the waist when you've got the bottom leg lifted, but try. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then either keep it lifted, or I like to bend the knee with this one because I think circling's hard to keep the pelvis still. Lift up the bottom waist, lengthen that top leg, circle, circle. Circle back. I hope you can still see me, guys. It's literally like the sun is like. And 1, and then again, just pull in. This is rare, Jen, isn't it? Sun in Leeds and not in Spain, bloody hell. Although apparently when we were away, it's beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah,
We had
it's
some
really
really
nice.
lovely weather, good.
Yeah.
I know Jude sent me a message at one point and went, I'm sat outside in my t-shirt, it's practically like tropical. I'm like, I'm not quite sure I'd go that far, Jude, but. And then come into your clam type position. So hips are forward, heels in line with the bottom. And we're just going to externally rotate, work the glutes, and then really lengthen the leg. And then nice and slow. Yeah, that's my knee. Oh. She said because I fell off this, not fell, I didn't fall to the ground, but my knee, anyway, and I had my cartilage done on this side 22 years ago. And she said normally you have 10 to 15 years before it starts giving you a jip. Because of the work I do, I've had longer, but because I've gone down on it. So yeah, bloody.
Old injuries.
Yeah. Wearing heels, not with a problem. So really try and extend that leg. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Well done. Gently down, and again, let's stretch that glute out. So take the leg again, foot of the leg you've been working on the opposite knee. Sometimes people feel it in that, otherwise you can lift up and then just push that knee away. Last one. Beautiful. And then grab your band, guys, again. Take that foot, bend over, and again, just flex that foot. Really pushing the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Again, just hold, and then you can use the band. Just do that little kind of inversion, eversion of the foot. And then hold it in, take the band in the opposite hand, and then just have a little flossing action, just in and out if you want, or if you want to take it straight over, turning the head the other way into that kind of back area as well as the leg and the glute. Take a breath in and out. In and out. Two more. Last one. Bring the leg back to centre position and again stretching it into that inner thigh. And relax. Well done. Good. So we're going to do a little bit of glute work, guys. If you want to do it on the mat, feel free. I'm going to jump on my roller, but if you want to do, we're going to do some single leg stretch work, and then we're going to do a little bit of nice shoulder work. So again, all this can be done on the floor. The important bit is that we are in neutral. Now remember, everyone's neutral is different and everyone's back is different. So if you feel in neutral, it pulls the back. You can tuck slightly into imprint. Yeah, but just make sure everything feels right. Particularly that your rib cage is nice and connected. It's touching. It's not coming up and out. Yeah? And then just keep the shoulders nice and relaxed, but the length through the collarbones, chin towards the chest. Draw. Yeah, very hot t-shirt, imagine, and just draw the navel in. Bring your right leg up to tabletop and your left leg. Again, keep the core engaged. I'm going to flex my feet, guys, because I want to work my quads a bit more. But you can point them if you want. So again, draw the tummy in, and I'm just going to lead, and I'm going to push my left heel forward and straighten that leg. And then I'm bringing it back in. Really concentrate, because we don't want any movement through the lower back. And back. We've got 16, so this is 14, 13. Just make sure your neck's alright as well, guys, and the chin's not pointing up to ceiling. And then gently take the right foot down, the left foot. Just give yourself that little kind of gentle pelvic tilt, just to release any discomfort. Beautiful. And then just let's really relax now. So let's just gently take our chest muscles nice and long, so length through the collarbones, forearms down on the ground, little chin, almost like giving yourself double chin, so chin to chest, and just retract it a little bit. And then just gently take your right ear to shoulder. Just take a lovely in-breath. And out. In. And Last one. Gently back to centre and the other way. Again, noticing if there's any difference. Take a lovely in-breath. Lovely. And then gently back to centre, and then just take your right arm up to ceiling, and then just really reach that right hand up towards the ceiling and retract. Protract and retract. Protract, retract. Protract, retract. One more. And the other side again. Protract, retract. Protract, retract. Beautiful. And then take both of them up to ceiling. Make sure they're not coming close like this. You don't want to kind of shorten the pec muscles. So keep them quite wide. Again, chin to chest. And then try and keep them ribs closed as we just slowly take our right hand forward and our left hand back. Aiming to get that thumb to the ground. If it doesn't, don't worry, but how far away is it? So as long as it's not, just a few inches away. And again, obviously if you've had surgery or a shoulder injury, then one side may be very different to the other. So nice. And then take them into scissor, not quite to the floor though, more to kind of eye level. And then just do that windmill or helicopter. Yeah. Again, this is the position that certainly after kind of shoulder or breast cancer surgery, this rotation can be very tough. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And beautiful. And then just gently take them down to the ground. Just let everything relax. Take a beautiful in-breath. Big out breath. Now just place your hands on your tummy. And we're just, because we've had our tummy all kind of connected and navel to spine, we're now just going to relax it. So we're going to really blow the belly up on an inhale. Out breath, bring it back down. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful, really good for that lymphatic system. And then just gently come off your roller and then just come on over to the side. I'm not going to make you do a roll up today, just in case everything's a bit. And then again, just rock the hips side to side, side to side. And then into cow. And then either to neutral if you're avoiding flexion, or cat. And then again, 3 more. So lovely getting back from holiday though, and not like being, oh, I've got to go back to work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very okay. And then just take the right foot back and the left, And then just gently into that long downward dog. Try and keep it long, even if the heel's obviously not going to go much further. It's not about that with this one. It's more about providing that space in the discs again. Take a lovely in breath. And soften the knees a little bit if you need to bring the hands back towards the feet, or Paul, you just go however you feel comfortable, darling. And then gently up to the centre. Ah, fabulous. Good. Thank you, guys. Nice to be